COVID-19 has highlighted serious weaknesses in the rule of law in every corner of the globe. It's shown us problems that, frankly, we at WJP have seen in our data for years, but now they are plain for all of us to see. First of all, the pandemic has demonstrated the terrible cost of discrimination, the vulnerability of those who suffer systemic exclusion in the face of a crisis like this in country after country. Minorities, migrants, other marginalized groups were more likely to be exposed to COVID because of their work and housing situation. They were less likely to receive adequate care, more likely to suffer consequences from the parallel economic crisis, and they were more likely to die as a result of this pandemic. So discrimination is a huge rule of law problem that the pandemic has driven home. In the short term, as I've described, the pandemic has set the rule of law agenda backward in many ways. It eroded checks on executive authority. It's resulted in disturbing instances of corruption. It has hobbled the media and civil society, and it's led to an increase in gender-based violence and hate crimes, just to name a few of the problems that we see emerging in the pandemic. Moreover, the economic crisis has significantly expanded people's everyday legal problems and contributed to growing issues around access to justice. Problems from employment to debt to housing to access to social assistance. People are having more of these problems at a time when courts are working at limited capacity and really overwhelmed. But over the long term, I hope that the pandemic has raised awareness of these rule of law challenges that we face and how important it is for us to have global solidarity and commitment in addressing them. I think that we can emerge from this crisis with a clearer sense of the problem, what's at stake in the rule of law, and a global commitment to work together to advance it. We can move forward really on three important fronts. First, we need a broad understanding of the importance of the rule of law. We need this consensus that addressing these weaknesses that have made us so vulnerable is a priority for all people and all countries. Second, we need a blueprint for how to tackle these problems. What can we do about it? In this connection, I would say that independent, comparable, reliable data like the Rule of Law Index is critical. It can help us understand the challenge and mark our progress and hold ourselves accountable. Finally, we need committed leadership at every level in every community and organization, company, and country to rebuild our societies on a strong rule of law foundation.